Okay. Hey yo, đi Cheng Chesratanak. Chúng mình bạn làm tiệt cái này, nhìn mình reaction mình làm hai mình làm tiệt chúng mình Penn&Teller Furious. Anh chỉ bàn thá để theo reaction của bộ game pod được trong một cái comment chia chúng mình Chesratanak Magic. Đối với mấy khởiกันได้อย่างยังมีประเภท bicycle playing car ជាប្រភេទ beer របស់អាឡេស៊ីយល់មកសំដែងមិនមានថា beer ជា beer ទៅមុនមក beer មានកលឹះជា beer ធម្មតាប៉ុន្តែគឺវាមានលក្ខណៈពិសេសងាយស្រួលការសំដែងមែនតើបើសិនជានៅក្នុងប្រទេសសភាសៀហាស្កានជាងក៏បានយល់មកច្រើនហូរមែនតើណាចង់បានអាចចូល link ខាងក្រោមអាចទៅតបានតាម Instagram ឬក៏ Facebook page របស់ខ្ញុំទុកវាเลยយ៉ាងណាថាបេក្ខជនណៃម៉ងនេះគាត់ full Penn&Teller បានអត់គាត់អាចផលក្បាច់អីដើម្បី full Penn&Teller ហើយគាត់លើប៉ុណ្ណាមានតែមើលមកញ៉ាំមកគ្នាតែញ៉ាំតែបានមើលដែរតោះ here we go
Welcome back. Take a look at our next world-class act.
Hedne ឈ្មោះគាត់ Hedne
I'm Hedne from Norway. Ever since
មកពី Norway និយាយក្នុងហាមនោះទីកំធុញអ្នកដែលមកសំដែងជាមួយ Penn&Teller គឺជួយពិភពលោកហ្មងដល់តែឃើញ3នាក់ដែលធ្វើក្នុងសប្តាហ៍នេះគឺមកខុសគ្នាទាំង3ហ្មង Okay.
Young, I had two passions, music and magic. So now I work as a choir conductor with one of the top female choirs in Norway. My local newspaper did a piece on me a few years ago. They labeled me Hjernedirigent to a brain conductor because I have a master's in experimental psychology. I published a scientific paper on intuition in problem solving where we used magic tricks. Knowing psychology has been quite an advantage because it helps me steer you towards the decisions I want you to make without realizing it. In Norway, it's quite a small magic community, but a lot of us work together really tight. Norwegians tend to be somewhat reserved, but I have some tricks up my sleeve.
Chào bạn Hedne gần đấy Hedne gần đấy các bạn pronoun mình thế có mình passion pi magic and music thì có thua pi nó chỉ có trong trang chỉ vật có gì rồi đấy có mình này anh gì bạn tham mentalist cho tôi xa một cái dùng mà xâm đại ngày ní từ xa các bạn đã có xâm đại video con gì muốn nói cứ bạn nói chỉ mở ta có phát cái gì mình phụ Penn&Teller
With a randomly selected member of our studio audience, please welcome Norway's Hedne.
Yes, thank you. And thank you
Card
both
tricks.
so much for joining me. You know, as a magician, I sometimes have to just trust my gut instinct or like intuition. But I wonder for you, I mean, do you trust your intuition, Alice?
Yes.
Perfect, so you'll be great for this. Could you please just think of any of the 4 suits in a deck of cards, okay? Don't let me influence you, but just follow your... and you...
Có Alexon cất nơi lờ sụp bọt bia buồn tắt buồn bia cờ cờ chuông bình cất lờ tắt cái bán tắt cái mà phẹp cọt sẵn.
Sir, would you please think of a value to go with her suit? Okay, sure. Just keep those in mind for now.
Okay, I'll be at pawn for the Kenya.
Now let me show you something. This is a deck of marked cards. Now, I'm telling you that it's marked because, well, you can see it. The cards are marked on the back with numbers from 1 through 52. I did that. They're marked on the front as well, you see, as per usual. The factory did that. Now, Alison, what suit are you thinking of?
Clubs.
Clubs.
Clubs. Alexa mang cất nơi lờ tắt mùi cứ chuông.
And your value, sir?
10.
10.
Okay, hai chỗ này ai có đấy cất lờ value card 10 cứ đọc cho mình là 10 of clubs đọc chuông.
So the 10 of clubs. Okay. You don't want to change your mind or anything like that. I'm good. I have to say, I do not envy those closest to you. Sorry, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because later tonight, in the middle of the night, you'll wake up kicking yourself, screaming. Why didn't I say anything but the clubs or the 10? But hey, that's your life. Okay, now we also need a number, so Alison, would you please just call out any random number, whatever feels right, from 1 through 52?
Oh, 33.
33!
33
Perfect. You know what?
គាត់ឲ្យ Alexon និយាយរួមទេគាត់នេះចេះគាត់ឲ្យ Alexon គាត់ទៅលើស្លឹកទឹកឲ្យមួយស្លឹកបរិះម្នាក់ឲ្យខ្មែរហ្នឹងគាត់ទៅលើ random B មួយស្លឹកគឺលេខ10ហើយនឹងជួង10ជួងហើយនៅលើ B ដែលគាត់មានហ្នឹងគឺមាន mark មានន័យថាគឺមានលេខពី1ដល់52នៅពីខាងក្រោយខ្នងគ្រប់ស្លឹកចឹងណាដូចគាត់បាន show ឲ្យអញ្ចឹងវាមិនជាស្លឹក10ជួងហើយ Alexon និយាយលេខពី1ទៅ52ហ្នឹងស្អាតលេខអីគាត់បាននិយាយថាលេខ53អូសុំតោះ33ជួយមានអីតទៀត
Want to change your mind or anything like that?
Nope.
Again, I do not envy those closest to you.
They're used to it, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's not just gonna happen tonight, because the next night as well, you'll wake up kicking yourself, screaming, why didn't I change my mind?
Yeah.
So the 10 of clubs, let's start here, the 10...
គាត់ព្យាមកស្លឹក10ជួងហ្នឹងណានៅក្នុងហូ
clubs right there.
Yes.
And as you can see, that's the only 10 of clubs in the entire deck. And then we had the number 33, right? Okay, 33. So, let's see here. Oh, there you go, 33. So, using your intuition, the two of you have created this unique snapshot right here. Had any of you done anything different, this would never exist.
Yeah.
Okay, I should explain. Earlier, I used my intuition. And I removed 2 cards from this very deck, and I placed one face up like so and the other with the numbers side up, creating my own snapshot, which was photographed and printed. And this picture has been here the entire time, and I haven't touched it. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if that picture matches your unique snapshot?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Be a cool trick, yeah. I mean, the more astute amongst you have, though, probably observed that there is one more thing that's sort of off here, because this should actually be facing upwards, and this should be with the number side up. So then it would all look like this. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming on.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay,
Hedne!
okay ក្បាច់គាត់ខុសពីការគិតរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺគាត់ជីតណាគាត់ឲ្យ Alexon ហៅសំទោស33ហើយគាត់ក៏ទាញលេខ53ចុះ33ចុះហើយ10ជួងចេញគាត់មានហៅថា prediction នៅរូបថតមួយគឺកាចាស់ដូចគេដូចខ្ញុំហ្នឹងហើយកចាស់បិចហើយនឹង4លេខ4គឺគាត់បើកមក10ជួងគឺនៅលេខ4គឺចាស់បិចហ្នឹងគឺលេខ33 Alexon គឺថា prediction ការទាញទឹកមុនរបស់គាត់ completely ជាមួយនឹង2អ្នកគាត់ដែលបានគិតហ្នឹងសរុបសេចក្តីមកគឺលយមែនតើអញ្ចឹងចាំមើលស្ដាប់ Penn&Teller ហើយក៏ full Penn&Teller បានអត់ខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាតោះ
This.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Hedne! Oh, that was very impressive. So have you always done close-up magic?
For a while, I actually went on to do illusions, but I realized that lugging them around is really, really hard work. And this and mind reading, which is what I do the most, is only requires this. So as long as I have this, I'm good to go.
Yeah. And so you're like a huge deal in Norway. I mean,
You'll have to ask the other Norwegians about that.
I know one and I asked and yes.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah. A couple of years ago, I went on the Norwegian Magic Championship, and I won the first prize in stage magic. So I'm still the reigning champion in stage magic in Norway.
That's amazing.
That's kind of cool. Thanks. Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if you get to take a Foolish trophy home to Norway. Gentlemen.
Wow, what a really beautiful trick.
Thanks.
Before I get to any of the code words or any of that, I want to talk abstractly about a really important thing in magic, that this is the best example I think we've ever seen on the show. And that is that people try to figure out the trick that they saw, not the trick that you did. It's a really important point. When people think back on the trick, they think back on what they saw, then they try to put it back together. And when we first saw that, afterwards, the trick that we saw, we could not figure out. It was impossible. And the brilliant thing about this routine is that you made us see a trick that didn't actually happen. And it's amazing because the props are still laid out there. It's all crystal clear, nothing is gimmicked, totally clean, and the story is laid out there, but the story you gave us is a different story than the one we remember. And Teller and I had to walk all the way back and say, what the hell did he really do? Because what everybody in the world thinks you did and what you actually did are two different things, very thinly separated, but one is impossible to figure out, and the other one, we think we did.
Did that make sense to you?
Did.
So they saw through your trick?
They saw through me. Through the veil. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, though. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Sure. Hedne!
ឡយមកកាន់ចឹងសប្តាហ៍ក្តីមកបេក្ខជន3នាក់ដំបូងនៅក្នុងសប្តាហ៍នេះគឺអត់មានពីណា full Penn&Teller បានទេស្ដាយមែនទេអត់ Penn បាននិយាយឲ្យថាគាត់នេះគឺ night show នេះនិយាយរឿងលយមែនទេក្នុងការ performance របស់គាត់គឺគាត់បោកកំ pl ស្ងួតដូចជាបែបវិការនិយាយរបស់គាត់គឺមើលមក smooth ល្អដែលអ្វីដែលលេងសៀកគឺតែធ្វើតាមគាត់តែតែក្បាច់របស់គាត់នេះខ្ញុំអាចបកស្រាយបានទេ Penn ក៏ពីយល់ជាលក្ខណៈជា code ជាភាសាបច្ចេកទេសដើម្បីនឹងអាចជាកម្លាំងមកលេងសៀកដែល Penn&Teller គាត់ fix ក្បាច់របស់គាត់បានហើយស្ដាយមែនតើនិយាយខ្ញុំស្ដាយមែនតើតែគាត់អាច full Penn&Teller បានអូខេអ្នកនរគ្នាវីដេអូរបស់ខ្ញុំថ្ងៃនេះគឺមានប៉ុណ្ណឹងទៀតហើយសង្ឃឹមថាអ្នកនរគ្នាជួយវីដេអូរបស់ខ្ញុំក៏ដូចជាតាមដាន channel របស់ខ្ញុំក៏ល្អមកអរគុណសម្រាប់ការ subscribe ក៏ល្អមកដូចជាការផ្ដល់កម្លាំងចិត្តក៏ល្អមកហើយសង្ឃឹមថាអ្នកនរគ្នាជួយចិត្តវីដេអូរបស់ខ្ញុំកុំភ្លេច subscribe like share វីដេអូនេះទៅកាន់អ្នកនរគ្នា peace